Hey, Jeff, do you know what type of podcast we are?
Well, we're not a history podcast.
That's correct. We're a comedy podcast. So any jokes, skits, or anything else we say is not reflective of our organizations, businesses, or any sponsors that we're associated with, even charities. So remind yourself, if you're offended, it's okay. It's just a joke.
Comic books, movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering tales from the crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote the
All
scripts.
right here is no mystery. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 573. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Jim.
And I am Brian.
Hey, where's Blake?
Blake's, I guess he's in bed.
Oh,
This has apparently become too late for him when he has to work the next day. So
since everyone works?
He is the old man, though.
he is the elder.
He's not Brad.
He's in the best shape of all of us.
Well, yeah, he's in great shape, but he's also the oldest of all of them.
Yeah, that's true. So, you know what that teaches you? Don't work out.
Exactly.
Don't work out. Because, you know, he is going to miss some good food this week, though. I went to the local...
Well, he's going to miss food.
Yeah, I went to the local jungle this week and was able to pick up some food from International Food. So this week we got some International Kit Kats, some International Oreo Cakesters, and for Brian, we still have Peeps Snowmen now.
Oh, come on.
All for you.
You didn't want to eat them all last week, so we had to save them for this week.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus can't get in and out of here fast enough.
Well, it is the season for Jesus. He is the reason for the season.
Is he?
I don't know. I thought Target was the reason. So,
I don't know.
but yeah, so welcome everybody.
Mary Chrysler.
Anyways, we are only a week and a half away, I think, from the Worsley Award nominees. Or I'm sorry, the Floppy Awards.
We are 12 days away.
Yes. So please get in your nominees. If you have a category you want, send me a category. Send us a category at Bad Ideas Podcast.
If you can create your own category and
Yep.
send it to us.
Create
And-
your own nominees
yep.
and the winner.
Yep.
And send it to us at Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter, or you can send it to us on Blue Sky at the History of Bad Ideas, or on Facebook at the History of Bad Ideas Podcast, or at our email, which is
hobiepod@gmail.com.
and on Instagram at the History of Bad Ideas. So
and
you can see
Threads.
us-
We're on Threads.
I guess.
Somewhere. We're somewhere on Threads.
We on what's the porn one that we're on? Tumblr.
Tumblr.
Yeah, Tumblr.
We have a site on Tumblr somewhere.
Is Tumblr still around?
It is.
Really?
It's got to be around. They still need porn.
Here we go. Trending topics on Tumblr.
Porn.
Search the top 4: porn, Ace Ventura. It's kind of weird.
Ace Ventura's that high.
Yeah. They're probably remaking it. Let's see here. I'm trying to look for the History of Bad Ideas podcast on Tumblr right now.
Why?
Just see if we're still on there somewhere. I don't know how this works, Jeff. I don't know.
I don't know what you want me to tell you.
I don't know.
What is it?
Tumblr.
I don't know what that means.
TUMBLR.
Yeah, they have bowling ball porn.
I don't know what that means.
We didn't either.
I missed that phase of the internet.
I don't know if we're on. Hey,
It was like pretty much pre-Twitter.
yeah.
Okay.
I still don't know how it worked though.
Well,
You put something up there and other people can comment on it.
Sure.
Just put it out there on the line.
Pretty damn close to working like Facebook, but
Yeah.
that's where like a lot of the memes came from in the early 2000s.
So it was more like a message board forum type of
Yes.
pre-Reddit. Well, probably not pre-Reddit, but yeah,
So
that makes sense.
we are on Good Pods,
Yeah,
and we're the number one DC
comic book podcast.
Yeah, we're number 3 this week.
We fell.
Yeah, we're number 8 all time though, so that's nice in the DC category.
All time in a category I don't understand.
So they did list our top 10. Fans have listed our top 10 in Good Pods.
Our top 10 episodes?
Yeah.
Oh, let's hear what the fans liked.
Let's start with. Let me go to the bottom here. Hold on.
Well, that's where we have to start.
That's right, because you always go up from there.
Yeah, and now we're here.
It is kind of fun though. Let's see here. Let's see. We got the 2023 Floppy Awards. It's number 10.
Just last year.
Yeah.
Wow.
From January 2020, Drag Off.
Okay.
Let's see. Fantasy Talk with Ben Riggs. That's just Blake's episode when he interviews the author, Ben Riggs.
There we go.
Damn, Blake. Nice.
Which is the same week as Drag Off, which is funny because he wasn't on the Drag Off episode, but he was on the Fantasy Talk with Ben Riggs. So he didn't want to do double the work that week. Oh, wow. From Bad Ideas episode number 26.
Holy crap.
Friendly Fire. So there you go. Jeff, your design was a cornhole board.
Oh, I remember making that design. Yeah. Back when I made the designs for every episode.
Another one from October 22nd, 2024, just recently, Finger Monkeys.
Ah, yes.
Oh, good old Finger Monkeys.
Ah, yes.
From 2022, Hot Chicken Talk. I remember that title. Let's see. Stephen Izzy are on it. Stephen Izzy.
Oh, yeah. We got the
crossover
movies bump.
From May 2021, Enos Envy.
Enos Envy.
Jason is the only person that cares about Marvel's Shang-Chi. And Jeff ranks the ...
I ranked something.
Yeah.
Probably great rankings.
2022, Glutton for Stupid People.
Yeah.
For stupid people.
Remember that one.
Another one from November 2021, 1 Unit of Research.
That is one of my favorite titles anyway.
It's Thanksgiving week, unhealthy breakfast cereals, and we review Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Still yet to see it.
And the number 1 from May 4th, 2021, People Love the Donut Liquor.
Oh, man.
Oh, we saw the donut liquor in a movie this weekend.
We did.
Well, she was in Wicked,
We
wasn't
saw
she?
Wicked.
Yeah. Just real quick, the Donut Liquor one is rebooting the Jetsons. Night Court's being rebooted. And something about what we requested for this Black Panther sequel.
Well, we did get a sequel.
Yeah. Not for the main star to die. That's what we wanted.
Like, literally.
Yes, literally not die. So, check us out on Good Pods. That's kind of fun.
That is fun. You mentioned the donut liquor. I think I might have got kicked out of a Facebook group because I referred to Ariana Grande as a donut liquor.
Which Facebook group?
I'm not even sure which one
Grande
it is.
fan page.
Ariana Grande is not a donut liquor.
The only thing you can do is call her a donut liquor to get kicked out
Immediately.
I mean, you can post you can post all your spam and sell shit to everybody, but
Spam.
Now, there was a debate about, article or something came out about the 2 leads from Wicked were not paid the same, and there's some places say they were paid the same, and other places say Ariana Grande got a lot more money than Cynthia
Erivo.
Thank you, I screwed up saying her name. And
It happened.
Adine Nazel.
yes, but some people were going off about how, well, Ariana Grande is a big, huge star, and she's got this big name, and this other person's a nobody and no one's ever heard of. And I'm like, I felt offended on Cynthia Erivo's part because it's like she's a very talented singer and actress. So I'm like, well, one of these Yeah, they shouldn't be paid the same because one of these is very talented in her craft, and the other one is a donut licker. I got a couple of thumbs ups and a couple of surprise faces, and
How soon people forget.
and then I couldn't find it anymore. And I'm like, and I don't remember what group it was.
Oh no.
My daughter, my 11-year-old daughter, is not a fan of Ariana Grande, and no exaggeration. The other week she did say, "Isn't that the one you always call a donut licker?" And she's like, "I was like, yes, we do." And my wife goes, "You guys don't let anything go." And I was like, "To be fair, Jeff is the one that started it." And
Jeff didn't start it. She licked a fucking donut.
She did. Because I did tell her every time we bring her up on the podcast, we call her the donut licker. And she's like, she made a mistake. I was like, no, that's a big mistake.
Yeah, she hasn't apologized to me for it.
That's true. She hasn't come on the podcast with Kevin Feige to talk. So I get it.
I did sell my Cynthia Revo stock in Hollywood Stock Exchange because it was really high.
Okay.
I should probably check mine.
I bought it 3 years ago.
Oh, so you're nice.
Man, you were playing the long game.
Oh, yeah.
Did you buy it when like Harriet was coming out or something?
I think so.
Harriet the Spy?
No, the Harriet Tubman story.
Oh.
I think I did buy it when Harriet came out.
I forgot all about that movie.
Did you watch it?
No.
You probably wanted to.
He wanted to. Yeah.
Maybe. So welcome everybody. Let's see here. Super Cincy Expo is coming May 18th through the May 16th through the 18th.
I was listening last week about all the possible guests.
Yeah, Brad Pitt may be there.
He's not coming.
Hayden Christensen.
Nope.
Ross Marquand.
Nope.
Dean Cain.
Maybe.
Let's see. Steven Tyler.
No.
So yeah. So
None of them will be there, with the outside chance of Dean Cain.
Well, he won't be at Super Cincy.
Not Super
Expo.
Cincy.
He isn't part of any video games that I'm aware of.
I heard that Frank Grillo was 100% coming to next year's Comic Expo, though.
Pretty much a done deal, from what I understand.
Yes. And Brad called me, and he said he's unavailable to do that panel.
Part of the agreement and the contract was that he has to be interviewed by Jason.
So I saw a Frank Grillo film this week.
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
Werewolves.
Thanks for the invite.
My oldest son and I went and saw it. My wife took the two kids with her sister to a Christmas farm thing.
Wait, before you get to this,
Yeah.
I think we need you to come out here and apologize.
For who?
To Steve, Jay.
Steve?
Jay Perkelke.
John?
Jay on his...
Yes.
J. Period.
Why?
For purposely mispronouncing his name.
To be fair, I am an idiot and don't know how to pronounce things.
No, but you did it on purpose at the end of the segment.
No.
You were corrected multiple times by me.
So Jay.
John
what?
Perkelke.
Perkelke?
Perkelke.
Sound it out. Kel. Key. Now put it all together.
Perkelke.
There we go.
Hey! How come I can't do that with Arn?
Hooked on Phonics worked for Jason.
Iron. Yes, John, I do apologize for calling you mispronouncing your name.
In a very offensive way.
Very offensive way. Very offensive. Very Howard Stern type way. So
yeah, he was none too pleased when he heard that.
So the good news is,
I hope he's still listening.
He is. He still sent us some new stuff.
I mean, I nominated him for a Floppy Award just for his response to you for mispronouncing his name.
He is going to be up for a
no, he's
Floppy.
Not up for. He wins.
He wins one. Okay.
I'm automatically win. He won some award.
Would it make it better if I actually sent him a Floppy Award, because we do have one?
No,
I don't believe that would make
we have
anything
one left.
better. That would not.
We can buy more.
I don't know if I
in
want
this
that
economy.
I don't know if I want that.
They're
on my
cheaper
search
than
engine.
eggs.
I don't know, man. The other thing too that we're gonna have to worry about are tariffs. So
Yeah, they're not made in this country.
correct. Yeah, that was kind of a low blow. It was very purposefully done. Yes, it was. Just be honest. We all felt it. We all knew it. You could see it on my face.
Yes. Well,
you knew it.
To be fair, your face looks like that every time I talk.
Well, I mean,
If I could have reached through the podcast and punched you, I would have.
Well, we're going to get to that on Doug's number one list, on top 5 list later on today.
all right.
So John Berkeley.
Berkeley.
Kel Key. Now put it all together.
Berkeley.
There we go.
Can we do that in every news segment I do?
You can hire me to be your enunciator.
You're busy editing websites right now.
You know what? I've kind of given up on that.
It's
So is the newspaper.
it's impossible to keep up with, Brian. I commend you for as long as you did it.
Yeah, it's
So next week we can do a new segment called Hooked on Phonics with Jason, where listeners send us difficult words, and then we will teach them how to pronounce them properly.
John, send us some difficult words.
Char,
Coot,
tur, re. Char,
Charcuterie.
oh Jesus.
Anyway,
it's like the
moving
wheels
on.
aren't even turning.
I did see Werewolves with Frank Grillo and Lou Diamond Phillips from the Cincy Comic Expo. What am I doing?
The Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Thank you.
Which we've been at for multiple years. And
Yes.
Sin,
Sid,
C,
we are sponsored by them.
Lou, Diamond.
We had one of the, I believe, owners on the podcast last week.
Yes.
Cincinnati
Zach.
Comic Expo.
Yeah. So Wednesday saw Werewolves. It was fun. It was enjoyable. It was very old school 1980s, like the type of special effects that they used actually were like realistic, like it wasn't CGI in that. I enjoyed it a lot. It was a lot of fun. Frank Grillo was good in it.
What? You're positive?
We are recording this, correct?
I know. Let me tell you this. So I'm watching it, and the whole time I'm like, son of a bitch, I'm going to have to talk about Frank Grillo. So, yeah, he did a good job with it. He was fun.
You know what really makes this all the better for me? Knowing that this film was done by his production company.
Frankie Production?
Nope.
Oh.
That's not the name of it.
And by the producer that he's done several films with. It just makes me feel good to hear him say something good about it.
I hope it does really well on streaming, like when it comes to direct, what is that, pay-per-view or whatever
On
it is.
demand?
On demand, thank you. Because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it didn't hit a whole lot of theaters around here.
It was
didn't.
Up in Milford.
Milford and Dayton were the only two
So they did
Cinemarks.
add some, but not till Friday.
Yeah, we looked.
Which sucked because
We looked Saturday.
we were looking for Saturday and Sunday. Yeah,
we went to which one I go to? Greendale, I think, Indiana. I went to that one. That one just got added like Friday.
Oh, well, that's like 6 hours away for you to travel.
That's
Brian.
true.
yeah.
Well,
Sorry,
because originally I was going to go to Westchester, which was about 35 minutes away from me. I was like, yeah, it's fine. I'll go see it, because I really wanted to. And, yeah, it's, like I said, luckily we found one closer. But it's very enjoyable. It's a good throwback to the 80s and 90s horror films. And like I said, it was fun. You go into it, you don't have to think about it. And, Brian, the hoo-ha guy, the neighbor, well, he does a good job. Does a great job. Everything we thought was going to happen.
happened.
Yep. So, it was a lot of fun, though.
So
And
was he
Lou
like?
Diamond Phillips.
Was he ex-Marine?
Yes, the ex-Marine. Yes.
Yeah.
And Lou Diamond Phillips was there. And actually, in the middle of the movie is really weird. He's like,
Doing an ET impersonation.
he's doing an ET, and he's like, okay, nobody turn into a werewolf tonight. ET flown high. And we're like, what are you doing, Lou?
Oh man.
All right. Well, Jim mentioned Hollywood Stock Exchange.
Yes.
And I did buy some Cynthia Erivo stock about a month or so ago. From when I bought it, she is up $12 a share.
Ooh.
So I made like $470 if I sell now. But I also bought some stock in Werewolves about the same time. That went from $17.74 a share to $3.96 a share. Oof. So I bought 100 shares, so I've lost $1,378 on werewolf stock.
No, I bought some werewolf stock myself. That's not great.
It'll be fine. Give it some time. Yeah. So go see Werewolves if it's out in your area. It was quite enjoyable, and the director is very talkative on Twitter and that. Like, he responds to his fans and that. So definitely just take a look at the Werewolves movie. They respond in that. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Old Man Brad, I think, had an interview with the director, and I think he's doing a review this week on Old Man Brad.
Yes, he did put out an interview with the director.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Brian, did you watch anything this week?
Yeah, I did. I watched the entire season of Madness.
Yes.
On Netflix. Coleman Domingo.
Yep. He does a great job.
That is awesome.
I got 2 episodes left, and I will be done with it by this week.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, I binged and watched all 8. Is it 8? Mm-hmm. Yeah, all 8, 3 days.
Yeah. So basically, he's a CNN correspondent. Well, actually, he's
a political
pundit.
Pundit.
Yeah, and he's trying to get a CNN show. He writes books, and basically, pardon me, he goes to the Poconos for the weekend to start writing his book, and his power goes out, so he goes to his neighbor's house to see if he can borrow some propane, and the guy's chopped up.
He finds him outside in his.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say his neighbor was Hank Hill, and he was going to sell him propane.
Propane.
The neighbor, when he gets there, the neighbor kind of pulls up and he's talking to him because he didn't expect anybody to be out there. And then he's like, "Hey, wait, I know you." And then he kind of puts it together that he's, an opinionated, political figure. And then, he figures out who he is, and then cut to him writing his book. Power goes out. He goes over, finds the guy chopped up in his sauna, and then from there it's on. 2 guys chase him, and then it gets crazy.
Yeah. But not, and it's not a big spoiler because it's in the first episode. Comes find out the guy that gets chopped up is actually in charge of the neo-Nazi Aryan Brotherhood, the top guy, Brother 14, and so. It gets
barely got into the show before Nazis came up.
That's true.
It's always about Nazis.
It is, but really, Bradley Whitford, isn't it? Yeah, Eric's
a douchebag.
He plays a really great job. He does a great job with it.
He does.
But the best part of it is correct me if wrong. And again, I haven't gotten to the end, but part of it is okay, it's a straight up conspiracy. They're going after him, and then you start going, well, wait a minute, he's not remembering some of this, and so then you start, it's becoming madness because he's buying into the social media, into being most wanted. The FBI fucking around with him, all this. So then even as a viewer, you're like, well, maybe he did do it. It's very very well done. It sucks you in.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed it.
Did the season end that you could make a second season?
They potentially could, but
he would have to find a new dead person.
That's true.
What about the other neighbor on the other side of his house?
That's a good one. About that. Stop coming to the Poconos.
If only Murders in the Building can make multiple seasons.
But yeah, I think. I could see them it's there. They I think the way they left it, they could do more. But to be perfectly honest, as busy as he is, I can't imagine them. If it happens, it's not going to be for another 2 years.
Yeah,
because he's doing he's got 2 or 3 movies lined up for 2025, and he's set to direct do 2 or 3 projects where he's the director. So he's pretty busy.
He's a hell of an actor.
Yeah.
He was in Fear the
Walking Dead is kind of where he got
his big break.
Yeah, where he kind of blew up.
Yeah.
Did you buy some stock on him and Hilo Stock Exchange?
I got sidetracked. I was pulling that up, and then he started talking about werewolves, and it just dawned on me that he's talked so much shit about Frank Grillo and the production company, and the guy that he's talking shit about is the one that's interacting with him on Facebook.
I know Frank Grillo's great.
Yeah, no, the director, the guy. The guy that started the production company that I've been, so anti or so animate about, you being correct on it is the one that now is like, he's a great guy. It's just good,
it's one of those
interacting things.
It's kind of like Disney. I've always been a Disney fan, going to the parks and that from the very beginning.
Oh yeah.
It's one of those things where Jason's wrong until proven wrong.
It's one of those things
he's still not wrong.
where Jason reserves the right to change his mind on things, and that is done retroactively.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
it's just fun.
You're always allowed to change your mind because you get new information brought there, and actually that makes you a growing human being.
Yes. Yes.
But Jason changes his mind retroactively. So he changed
There
it.
is a difference.
5 years ago, he liked him.
I loved that guy 5 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know why you got. Did you guys ever see Friday Night Lights? It's really good.
I wanted to see that.
Yeah. Did you see Cross?
I have not started that yet.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to. I'm sorry.
Because I have also started The Agency, The Day of the Jackal. I had to finish Lioness Season 2, Landman, and Yellowstone. So I've been a tad bit busy.
Brian had a busy week.
Yes, he did.
I fell asleep during the first episode of Cross, but that's because I turned it on at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I really want it to get better. It's the main actor is great, and actually the acting is really good.
Do you recognize that lead actor in Cross?
Who is it?
I'm asking if you recognize him from anything other than Cross.
I'm sure he's familiar somewhere, but I don't know.
Probably from Friday Night Lights, I'm guessing. I don't even know what Cross is, and I'm guessing
Really?
by the way he's asking that question.
He may have played a quarterback who was displaced by Hurricane Katrina.
Really?
Ray Voodoo Tatum.
Ray Voodoo Tatum.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I mean, much better television show based on with a side character from Friday Night Lights than, let's say, anything with Cress Williams.
Yeah. Yeah. Black Lightning was amazing.
No, it wasn't.
It started off good.
No, it didn't.
Started off watchable.
No, did it?
I maybe because I did watch 2 episodes, so
The first season was watchable. And then I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
I guess I got to make another, do another poll or do another review of this.
Cross is fine. Like I said, the editing's really bad. The writing is not great. It jumps around a lot, and you're kind of like, did I miss something? I will say I'm in episode 5 now, and it's a little bit more with the serial killer, and it's getting better with that. But I hope they flesh it out into a better season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got some Oreos in front, or some Kit Kats in front of us.
Kind we got?
I don't know. It's in Japanese.
It says spring. What does it say?
It says sweets.
Oh, sweets.
Autumn sweets.
Autumn sweets. Okay.
So it looks like maple. So it smells like maple.
Oh, that is a strong smell. Ooh. That's cream colored Kit Kats.
It is cream colored. You're right.
Maybe hints of maple.
Maybe
Plum?
vanilla, maple.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little banana in there.
It's really yeah, it's good. It's probably not the best one we've had, but it's still good.
Brian, thanks for eating Kit Kats the proper way.
You're very welcome, Jim.
How'd you eat them? You separate them?
You break them in half.
Nah,
You don't eat them one at a time.
The fact that they tell you there's a proper way that you have to eat their food means that they're wrong in the first place.
Thank you, Jeff. Autumn Sweets Kit Kats.
That's a tasty little treat.
It is good.
Yeah, so that's all that I watched this week. All of those shows.
Sweden chestnut puree
Chestnuts.
Topped with whipped cream.
Okay.
Yeah. So there you go.
That's a chestnut flavor. Interesting.
Yeah.
Whipped cream and chestnuts.
It's pretty good. I don't have a problem with that one.
I would eat more.
Yeah. Speaking of eating more, what else we got over here, Jim?
We have some Oreo cakesters from Japan.
Yes. It does, Jeff, I think you're right. It does look like peach on it. Like there's a peach.
Like a peach or a nectarine or some related fruit.
I'm thinking apricot.
Could be apricot.
It's even imprinted Oreo on the cakester.
Yeah, it shows on the package.
Ooh,
Yeah, but the
very
American ones don't
floral
have it.
smell.
Oh. That's not a good smell.
Yeah. These candies tend to have floral notes coming from Asia.
It's better than that rose kind that we. That is not a good smell.
I liked it.
The smell?
It's like it does. I think it's apricot.
Oh, it smells like the air conditioner, air freshener. That
The food is fine, but once you bite into it, you get that smell into your nose and that.
So these are white peach jams.
White peach jam. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely has a peachy flavor.
It's not bad. It's just I don't like the smell.
I like the cream better than I like the cakester.
Agreed.
Cakester's a little on the dry side.
Let's see. I agree with you guys on the cake.
Well, I'm usually not a fan of peach, but that's better than a regular peach to me.
Once you take the first bite, the smell isn't there anymore. Like, it's not as bad. I don't know why. Like, I couldn't do the smell. But, man, that peach cream is good.
I thought the smell was fine.
Yeah, it didn't bother me at all.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm in Jason's boat. That
Yeah.
floral notes. It's like that old lady wearing perfume walked in the room.
Yeah.
So if you eat your Kit Kats without breaking them apart, you don't like floral notes to your Oreos.
Correct. Correct.
We're building quite a profile here.
You can call you the FBI.
Yeah. I also came equipped with something for us from Dr. Dana.
Oh.
More bribes.
More bribes.
Fried Canadian of the
She
year.
knows it's bribe season. She had a very quick overnight into town over the weekend.
Oh, okay.
So she brought us some Reese's. Mm-hmm. They are the big Reese's, but they're sugar cookie cups.
What?
Piece of sugar cookie cut up into the peanut butter.
I think I'm sold without even trying them yet.
That's interesting. Would you eat these Oreos again, these white peach ones?
I would.
I would. But like you said, yeah,
Thanks, sir.
the cake part of it was a little on the dry side.
Go good with a good glass of milk.
When Blake
Definitely need milk,
Blake
yes.
listens to this, he's going to be so upset he missed all these good treats.
Good news is I did get him an extra Oreo. But we can eat them all. Sorry, Blake. You should be here.
And you should listen to these.
That's true. So this is sugar cookie Reese's, you said.
Yeah, sugar cookie big cup.
Sugar cookie big cup.
There's a big cup. It's crunchy. A little bits of cookie in it. I'm having trouble getting the sugar cookie taste.
I'm liking the size of the big cup, so they at least got that going for them.
I'm having trouble with the sugar cookie, though.
It's real faint.
Yeah.
There it is.
Did you get one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got some crunches on mine.
Well, we get the crunch, but the flavor.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I got the crunch. Yeah, it's the flavoring. I'm not tasting the flavor in it.
The peanut butter kind of overwhelms the sugar cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, sugar cookie isn't a
Power.
powerful flavor where peanut butter is, so.
I mean, pardon me, I'm not going to complain. It's a Reese's peanut butter cup, to be honest. I'll eat any Reese's peanut butter cups.
I do like the big cups when they're putting stuff in them. The pretzel one are awesome.
They have one with
We had the chocolate lava one a couple weeks
Yep.
ago.
yeah.
Which is kind of disappointing. There wasn't enough lava in it.
Well, that's what a piece of the cookie looks like, so it's just a little
Yeah.
ball of cookie.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's good, but you just don't get much of the cookie taste.
I think it's mainly there for the crunch,
Crunch.
the texture.
Yeah.
Again.
And it's not a pretzel or something that they usually put in to add the crunch.
Again, I'm not going to be mad at Dr. Dana for this. You bring us Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Well, you know, she doesn't get mad at you when you don't include her in things, so...
She was
like employee information lists for the entire weekend that everyone was included on except for her.
Anyways, moving on.
Are you caught up on Yellowstone?
No. My wife said last night, we really need to watch this.
Okay.
We'll get to Yellowstone and News of the Geek.
We'll get to Yellowstone when Blake comes on next, and he has to talk about it for an hour.
Yeah, because he's going to have like 6 episodes that he's
Did
going
you
to
know Kevin Costner died in it?
Spoilers.
Kevin Costner's in Yellowstone?
He was. They did a side project, Horizon. It's an offshoot, so that's fine. I can't wait till Horizon 4 comes out.
So Jeff and I went and we watched Wicked.
What'd you think?
It's pretty close to the musical, the play.
You like the musical, the play,
Yeah,
right?
I like the play actually a lot better than I liked the... Now, granted, it is only part 1, so it's the first act of the play.
But the second act was really short, kind of, in the actual musical. So,
Yeah, but what this did versus the musical, though, the musical has 2 different timelines running through it, where there's the stuff that's happening concurrent on the Wizard of Oz story, and the stuff from the past. There's 2 threads run at the same time.
Is the movie just part...
The movie is just pretty much the stuff that happened
beforehand.
Because the second one is 2.5 hours as well,
So
is the runtime.
So everything that and I like that about the stage musical is the 2 different timelines or whatever, explaining things, and you discover things in the story when it's relevant, and from the different points of view. You find out, you learn about it at the same time of the relevance comes to fruition type thing. So I really like that. Then that's not in the movie. So that was one problem I had with the movie.
I was really impressed in the movie that they found a goat that does a really good Peter Dinklage impersonation.
He did then. I mean, we'll see what happens in second
Dinks
part.
isn't it?
Oh, it was a goat does an impersonation of Peter Dinklage.
Did he protest that it was that they shouldn't have any goats in it, like he did with Snow White with dwarves?
Well, there were no dwarves in this either.
Okay,
Yes.
good. So,
Munchkinland isn't necessarily short people.
okay. I do want to see it. My daughter's really excited about it, and she's never saw the play. She's just really excited about it. Lego has some Wicked play sets out. Really cool play sets that they have. How's Jeff Goldblum?
Oh, he's fine.
He's
Jeff
the
Goldblum?
He's the wizard.
Yeah.
He does what Jeff Goldblum does. I mean, he plays that role fine, or actually better than fine. He does real good as for what.
Does it make you excited for the second part?
It didn't, to be honest.
Okay.
Fiyero has to have a bigger part in the second part.
Yeah.
More than his 8 minutes of screen time.
That all he had was 8 minutes?
It was a little more than that, but he wasn't in it much.
He'll be up for Best Supporting Actor and win. Okay.
Well, he certainly couldn't be a lead.
I will say there's a lot of movies. I know it's end of the year. That's when a lot of them come out. But, like, I still want to see. We still have to go take the kids to see Moana 2. My youngest wants to see Red 1.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see that.
My other 2 are like, no, we're not going to that. So,
I mean, I've been waiting. I'm just planning on watching it when it comes, whatever it streams on.
we want to see Wicket. Kraven the Hunter we'll probably see multiple times on Christmas Day. Really excited about that one.
I still want to see Gladiator 2.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I would until I realized they put sharks in the Coliseum. Oh, jeez. It can't be historically accurate. Nosferatu, I know you guys aren't big horror fans. We saw a trailer for that before Werewolves. Man, that looks good, and it's getting good reviews. And I just want the popcorn bucket of a coffin.
Is it based on the original movie, Nosferatu?
Yep.
Man, no original ideas.
Are they getting sued for it? Since
It's all silent. It's 2 hours of silence.
Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. It was
it's a quiet
Nosferatu got
place.
sued by the Dracula people. That's what.
Is that what it was? Like I said, it looks good. I mean, there's a lot of good films coming out.
Like, yeah, the original Nosferatu came out, and I guess the Bram Stoker estates are like, oh my god, that's like too close to like what we have the rights to. I'm like, it's a fucking vampire It's not called. Has nothing to do with Dracula.
I will say the trailer is really creepy. Like, it looks good. And it's getting good word of mouth right now. So, but yeah, there's a lot of good ones coming out.
I think we should make Jason play like Vampire the Masquerade.
I think he should.
I would play that.
We'll get Meow God to play.
Yeah,
I would play that. Let's go.
all right.
I'll play.
It's like D&D.
It's vampires.
The role playing game with vampires.
Vampires. So, Brian and I have not beaten that game yet.
Okay.
No.
Is there an ending to Vampire the Masquerade?
Yeah.
I don't believe you. Wait a minute.
Okay, what else I watched? I picked up a short-lived television show. I started from the beginning. It's called Nickus, I think. Spelled NCIS.
And Navy NCIS, right?
Nickus, and I got through the first, I think, like maybe rewatch of 17 seasons.
Jeez.
Because I wanted
At full speed, at regular speed?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I wanted to get caught up, so I knew what happened in the most recent season, and what happened in the prequel that just came out.
Okay.
Yes, they have released NCIS Origins.
Yeah.
So I'll start Origins this week.
My daughter had a comment because they also had NCIS Australia, I think. One of them.
Yeah, that was okay. I watched that last
And
year.
they had like another one, right?
There was Hawaii.
Yeah.
There was Hawaii, and then there was New Orleans.
That's right. My daughter was
It was in
like,
L.A.
Was there an international? I don't.
That's FBI International.
Oh yeah, they definitely had an NCIS
LA. Yeah.
that was the one with
Ice Cube. I don't know. LL Cool J.
LL Cool J. Yeah.
And guy from Vertical Limit.
Yes, Robin.
Yeah.
So we've got L.A., Hawaii, New Orleans, Sydney,
Yeah.
and Origins.
So my daughter was like, she saw a commercial. She's like, Dad, how many do they have to make of that? I was like, well, to be honest, if it's make money and gets the ratings, they're going to keep making them. She's like, why can't they just like have like the original go to Australia for a mission? And I was like, no, you're missing the point. Like, they could.
Well,
but-
that's how they spin it off. They have them go there, and then
And
the
she's
people
like-
from there get their own.
Because her other thing is like, why couldn't they go here and just do it in the original? I was like, well, the reason is because they're making money. Well, that's stupid.
Well,
good job.
Sydney was pretty much, they wanted to keep making it, and with the writer's strike a few years ago, this was a show that they were able to put out.
And it was also because of COVID, too.
The writers and the actors strike.
Yeah.
They could get actors from Australia and run a show with it.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you watch?
Let's see. I meant to start Yellowstone, but I didn't.
Are you caught up or like starting from the beginning?
I am caught up, but I'm going to rewatch last season into this one.
Okay.
Or the beginning of season 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first 6 episodes.
6, yeah.
I did watch Subservience on Netflix. Just came out. And Megan Fox plays a android,
Yeah.
like nanny.
She's an AI
Yeah.
robot.
I will say, like the atmosphere, like the world that they're in, is fun, or not fun, I shouldn't say, but like is interesting. Like the main guy is a foreman, his wife is sick, needs a heart transplant, and like this is just the beginning. It takes place in the future, but it's just like AI robots are doctors, but the AI robot doctors have no mouths, they have no hair. Because basically it's a sterile environment, right? So they're the ones doing the procedures. They have like the main guy, his whole team gets fired except for him to get replaced with construction workers that are robots. But anyways, Megan Fox plays this nanny, cleaning lady, whatever, that they buy because his wife is in the hospital sick. And basically, it's like all of them. She becomes obsessed.
And basically, we find out they still have yet to improve the vacuuming skills of the robots, and they still spread the poop across the carpet.
That's actually the whole first half is Megan Fox keeps
So this Christmas, he's going to get a carpet shampooer for
an automatic one. Well,
so is this why Megan Fox is getting divorced or breaking up with Machine Gun Kelly?
It's not that she found stuff on his phone that made her upset.
Oh no, I can't believe that. No. He seems like such a normal person.
The only issue I had with the movie is it wasn't great. That's one issue. Second issue is for somebody playing a robot, she still can't act well. Like she can't even play a robot with no emotion. So yeah, it was.
You're saying she would be horrible in Small Wonder?
Yes, and her toe thumbs kept getting in the way. But yeah, it was fine.
There's another show that I watch, and I don't know if I've mentioned it, but it's called The Accused. Mm-hmm. It's on Fox.
Yeah,
it's like an anthology where every week is like a different like story about a crime that was committed, and it's within itself. It's not like no characters really overlap, or every week is different, and every week has different guest stars, and like the second season is like, I don't know, maybe 6 episodes in, but the very last episode was like about the wife. She's like this super important music exec and like has no time for her husband, who is like he's a stay at home husband. You know, they don't have kids. He like gardens, but like she doesn't have time for him. So she, like, her sister works for a science lab, and they're making AI. So she buys him a sex robot, like so that he doesn't cheat, so he can have sex with someone because she's too busy. And like it's so fucking weird. But it was the guy that plays Luke Cage, Mike Coulter.
Oh yeah,
he was like he was the guest star. It was so fucking weird. But like all the other episodes are like really good because they're like pretty like they're very believable things that like actually do probably happen in day-to-day life. And it's just like the stories are really good. Like Ken Jeong was just on, and his was like super like serious, which was weird to see him play like a dramatic, like serious part.
I don't think I've ever seen Ken Jeong be serious.
Yeah,
let alone dramatic.
Right.
Well, and it's funny too because like that just shows you our society, right? Hey, we got AI robots that could make our lives easier by, you know, doing construction work and all that stuff. Nope, sex robot, like right off the bat.
Well, duh.
I mean, well, that is how Blu-ray beat the other one. It's how VHS beat Beta. Porn took over. But it was funny, like within 20 minutes of getting Megan Fox the robot, and it was like, I can pleasure you, I can make you happy in any way possible. I'm like, come on, like right off the bat.
Like,
okay, paint my house.
Yeah, like he wasn't like, he was obviously offended by like the idea that she would do that, and he was like, no, like send it back. And then she like leaves, and he like opens the thing, and it's like he's like touching her to see like how real she feels, and then she turns on and like wakes up, and he's like, oh, and then like she's like,
bow chicka wow wow.
You know, they just like start having this conversation, and like she like obviously they like download like all of like things about him to her, so she's telling him about all these like things that he's done, and like he's like, how do you know all of this?
I'm a computer, dumbass.
And then he's like, well, what do I call you? And she's like, I don't have a name.
So
then he like names her, and then the wife gets super pissed when she comes home because
he's using her for something other than sex.
Like he
painting the house.
He like,
I wanted to paint the house.
Companionship.
Yeah. So like
emotional cheating instead of physical cheating.
Well, I mean, they do both eventually, and then
spoilers.
But
the sex robot would have sex.
So like, it's like. It was just so weird to me because it was like so far off of like what the show does that I was like, oh, that's. I mean, but obviously that's the way that society is going. So I got that to look forward to.
Not to go back to, but the subservience part that made me laugh was she gets home from heart surgery, and Dr. Dana may be able to speak to this since she's
a doctor.
Yes, but the first thing, like within like 3 days, the husband's like, "Can we have sex?" And I'm like, she just had heart surgery. Like, why don't we just ease into it a little bit? Like, he's trying to get into it within the shower with her. I'm like, dude, like, calm down.
I have my needs, man.
Basically. And then she got pissed because she's like, you cheated on me with the robot, didn't you?
Yeah. I have needs.
It was only one time.
Is it cheating with a robot?
Right. But it was just funny. It was like, my God, man, your wife just got home from heart surgery.
I mean, is it cheating if you just use the couch?
Down the hall.
You know, that's how you get to your rise of power in this.
Anyways,
country.
listener feedback here, Brian. You got anything?
We have a breaking news. Breath of silence.
Oh no,
for Michael Cole,
the announcer.
No, the actor from Mod Squad.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was like, whoa, wait, what?
I just wanted to scare Jason. No. I don't know how the announcer was able to use the name Michael Cole because I'm assuming it was trademarked by the actor.
Are they spelled differently?
No.
Jeff, trademark Michael Cole for us.
Well, it's not really a trademark. What's it? But
copyright,
whatever it is. But well, maybe because technically wrestling wasn't supposed to be acting. He's just a person who, he's an announcer. So,
but he does other things other than regular wrestling, though. He's done other shows with the name Michael Cole.
No.
And that Jeff and I also forgot to do a breath of silence for our former gymnastics coach 2 weeks ago.
Yes. Bella Caroli passed away.
I think we did do that, didn't we?
I don't believe we did.
We did.
Oh.
I think I sent a message, but we didn't talk about
Ready?
it.
Breath of silence.
Even though there was a falling out because he wanted to teach real people gymnastics instead of us,
yes,
and win gold medals with Kerry Strug instead of let Jeff and I have any glory.
You can do it.
She faked her injury.
I bet she didn't.
Fake news.
Yeah, it always pissed us off when, we always talk about Bella Caroli and we do our Bella Caroli impersonation.
You can't do it.
Then Rob Schneider came along playing a hillbilly, and then everyone thinks they're doing Rob Schneider impersonation.
No, Did you sue Rob Schneider? He probably could.
It's our Bella Caroli impersonation. We've been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah.
Fucking Rob Schneider.
Yeah, he sucks.
At least he's got a good relationship with his daughter.
Now that she's more successful and famous than he is. It's weird how that works.
I just I really would like to have a relationship. She's like, no.
Yeah.
Brian, what you got for listener feedback?
Listener feedback sponsored by Hello Jeff. Jeff, what's in the box this week?
I think we got to get those Reese big Reese cup deep dish.
Reese's big cups.
Yeah,
the sugar cookie big cups.
Just any big cups.
Big cups.
Deep dish. We're just having a deep dish. We'll get those. We'll throw in some Chicago deep dish frozen pizzas or something.
I do like Chicago.
Anything deep dish. If you can think of a deep dish, we'll try and find it.
How about a deep dish skillet? Like just a deep dish.
Just a skillet?
Yeah.
No, we're selling
that's
food.
Way too expensive.
Okay.
We're not selling appliances. Jason.
Okay,
we're in Q4 here. We're trying to finish the year strong.
I agree.
Can't go sending everyone skillets. Come on now.
Maybe Q1, but not now.
Yeah.
You get a skillet. You get a skillet. You get a skillet.
Well, all right. We start off listener feedback every single week. Same person.
Doug. Oh, shit, no, we say that last.
Well, it's Doug.
Doug. Doug says, is Venom the most inconsequential trilogy?
No.
Did Princess Diaries make a third one? Because I think that might be if they made a third one.
Did they make a Sister Act 3?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
Cars?
Oh. First one was good.
Toy Story?
Nah.
There were four of those.
Oh, yeah, that's...
And the fourth one was inconsequential. But 1 and 3 were real good, and 2 was
It
okay.
was okay, yeah.
Jumpin' Jack Flash, did they make a trilogy of
They
that?
didn't even make a second of that.
But talking about Venom, that would have been maybe my one good thing for Spider-Man.
Oh.
About the
Sony
Spider-Man.
Have you seen the Venom movies?
I have seen the first two. I haven't seen the third one.
So my oldest son and I just started the first one. I've never seen them.
I've seen the first one, but I've yet to watch the second or third.
We're almost done with the first one. I actually enjoyed it. I didn't think it was that bad at all.
They were good.
And I want to see the reason why I asked him if he wanted to watch them with me is because I wanted to see the second one, how they did Carnage with Woody Harrelson. So I was like, well, I'll watch the first one, obviously, and see what happens. But I've enjoyed it.
And then the other one good thing from that would be the Bully Flash Joe Manganiello.
Yep.
Played Flash Thompson.
Yep.
Yeah,
Becomes Molten Man.
I'm not. Yeah, I was a little surprised, like how many people were shitting on Tom Hardy for Venom, and from the first one, I thought
it was fine.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
So Spider-Man.
I mean,
I don't get it.
It's not Madam Web either, so.
But Jim, they screwed up his origin story. Who cares?
yeah,
Go away.
yeah.
Can't have Falcon be Captain America. Captain America's white. I don't get it.
Yeah, we can. We just did. What are you going to do about it?
I'm not watching it. Marvel only made $2 billion this year. I'm sorry, sir.
No, unfortunately, you get too many people whining and crying and like, oh no, this character she has to have some type of relationship to the Skywalkers. Her parents can't be nobodies. Why not? So, coming back from hitting my son's hitting coach yet last night, my oldest son and I actually had that same exact conversation about Star Wars, about Rey, and about how, why the hell did we bring back Palpatine, the clone? And my son's like, that was the dumbest thing. we actually had a 30-minute conversation about, why couldn't she just been a nobody? On all the things that they could have done, like the stupidest, worst thing they could have done was make her Palpatine's offspring. Hey, what do we got in here? What's the dumbest idea we have? Palpatine's granddaughter. Let's go with that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, let's go. Let's go with it. Hey, what's the second stupidest thing? Her and Kylo kiss. Yeah, do that too. Do that. I'm not even angry about the love story in it.
Yeah, the love story is where I was expecting it to go.
Ugh. But why couldn't she be nobody? Yeah. And if you want to give her the name of Skywalker, like she takes it up as an honor, fine. But Anakin was just a nobody.
Yeah, especially because they didn't say write the trilogy beforehand. They were going to do each installment, let somebody else take over. So you do this, blah, blah, blah. Then we give Rian Johnson, and he's like, okay, well, this is what I'm handed. Yeah, I think, it's going to be a better story if Rey is nobody. So he writes that in, and then they go back. Yeah. And it's like, well, then you should have just had, was it Abrams? Yeah. They should have just had J.J. Abrams do all three. Yeah. I mean... He was only supposed to be the first one, but I guess they hated Last Jedi so much, they're like, we gotta fix it! No, they didn't hate it so much. People bitched. Yeah. Whoa! Brian? Blake. On the internet? It was Blake. It was just all Blake. That's right. Which he's messaging Jeff and I here. I think he should know what we're doing right now. You would think. I thought he'd be sleeping by now. You would think.
Maybe he woke up for a glass of water.
Okay, so that's why Venom is not the most inconsequential trilogy.
Yep, Doug, there you go. Hopefully that answered that for you.
Next up from Jacobo at Tweets by Jacobo.
He's really famous. He is. He's Hobie famous. He is Hobie famous.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay. If you guys say so. He says, how catastrophic do you think the new Snow White movie will be?
I don't think it'll be catastrophic as in, it'll, ruin the legacy of what Snow White is. I think it will do adequate at the box office and then disappear in a couple of years and people will forget about it.
Will it have a negative effect on Rachel Zegler? Is that on her career?
Probably shouldn't, but probably will.
And Gal Gadot would have a negative impact on Gal Gadot's career.
So. I don't think.
I hope not. I've got some stock for Gal Gadot.
I still do.
I think I need that to go up.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for her to come back in Fast 11. So
I think she's had enough hits before Snow White that she's okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the storyline with the witch and with Snow White and that, but then coming up to his follow up is
his follow up is thoughts on Disney replacing the little people playing the dwarves in the movies with horrible CGI.
The CGI dwarves are horrible.
Yeah, I saw it on the big screen before Wicked. We walked in, and that's the trailer that was playing.
Did you laugh?
No, I groaned and then found my seat.
It does not look good, those dwarves, at all.
It, like the first picture of the dwarves, you expect something else. Yeah. I guess if you watch the entire thing, you'll get used to it. Mm-hmm. But fucking Dinkles, man, just let them use dwarves. Use little people.
How dare you give other little people actors and actresses?
And I heard some little people actors complaining that these are roles that we count on.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, Peter Dinklage, you can choose anything you want. You got a name, you're established. Now you're fucking for the rest of us.
Yep.
His argument wasn't you shouldn't be using little people in these roles,
but you shouldn't just be using them. And these aren't the only roles they should get.
No, I think Dinklage is you shouldn't be writing stories where dwarves are seen as lesser. Was what I think his point was.
Yeah,
was dwarves. You in this story you've got 7 dwarves that live off alone away from everybody, and people think they're freaks.
Yeah,
I think his point was
I don't know. They're minors.
Do that. But it's also a fantasy where dwarves are something different, I guess, than just little people. They're
the 7 dwarves and the being minors are going to be on the next episode of Wibbly Wobbly. It's a crossover episode. Make America. We got it. We got America.
So, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, Peter Dinklage his thought process was, it didn't help the other actors.
No, I mean, it did not.
The studio just said, "Okay, we'll just cut them." And then added just absolutely horrible CGI.
This guy is dead.
And then the deer. Oh, in the original trailer, the close up of the deer face CGI was not great either.
It was Bambi.
Right, it was Bambi's mom right before she got shot.
Bambi's mom.
Oh, I hope they have an after credit scene of that deer later on.
Just getting shot.
Bambi having a rifle after that.
And the deer returns in the next Disney movie, Bambi.
Bam! Well, not that one. Not that one. The baby does.
In the next live-action CGI movie.
Lion King was all live action.
Yeah, we saw the preview for Mufasa.
Oh, my God.
And it's like, I can't wait till they make the animated version of that movie now.
It's happening.
No, it's the live action.
No. Lion King the animated is not the same as Mufasa. It's a prequel, so we got to make a prequel.
That's what I mean. Yeah, you have to make a Mufasa animated film too. It's all animated. It's just different.
Differently animated.
Yes.
No, that's a real lions talking.
There's a big casting call for that. What else you got, Brian?
Next up from Blake Bott at BlakeBot21.
There's 21 of them now.
Wait, why is it BlakeBot BOTT at BlakeBot BOT?
Because that's how the computer spells it.
That's weird. He says,
stupid AI.
They say, what movie did you watch repeatedly as a kid?
Coming to mind, first thing is Clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
I watched that one repeatedly.
Mine's Flight of the Navigator. Did that one a lot.
Let's see, what else did we watch? Pandemonium. I watched that one a lot.
I guess we're the only people that got that cable station where we were able to watch
It was like Showtime.
Pandemonium,
Scavenger
Hunt.
Oh my God! You guys talk Scavenger Hunt.
We watched it a lot.
I remember watching Commando on Fox 19 a lot, and I'm not kidding. Like that was one. Flight of the Navigator. And I watched a lot of WrestleMania tapes. Like I would go and wrestling tapes. I would go up to the local video store and just rent those a lot.
Yeah, I'm too old for that to be my childhood.
Sorry.
I was good enough that I could, every time I could see it, like when I was young, I could find it on cable and watch such classic movies as Animal House. As a child, mind you. And Caddyshack.
Yep. Hey, Jim.
History of the World.
Part 1.
Airplane.
Airplane.
Yeah, Airplane was on.
Blazing Saddles.
My brothers played Blazing Saddles a lot. Just a man and a horse being hung.
I got to watch all those a lot. I'm maybe kind of where my humor goes now.
My parents gave up on me at like age of 6. I was watching.
You were given up on by the age of 6.
My parents
that
gave
explains
up on me.
a lot.
My parents didn't give up on me but they just didn't give a shit what I watched.
Yeah. Brian, what'd you get? What you got?
Yeah, I was. That kind of is the same way with me because, like, I remember watching Slapshot a lot as a kid.
Oh, jeez.
Your wife eats pussy.
She's a lesbian.
They brought their fucking cars.
They bought their fucking toys.
Toys, that's what it is.
What are you guys doing? Putting on foil,
coach.
Not as good as Slapshot 2 with Stephen Baldwin.
It's still my fucking quarter.
I'm listening to the fucking song.
But like that and like all the early Sandler movies.
Oh yeah,
like Billy Madison. I watched a ton. Happy Gilmore. I watched a ton.
I remember when Happy Gilmore came out in theaters. I was there like the opening weekend. We couldn't get into the Western Hills Theater because it was packed and sold out. So we drove to the one that was closer to the city, the Cincinnati one that's no longer there. And the movie theater was just packed with people. And we're like, oh, crap, we're not going to get in and see it. We get in there and like, there's seats open for the 9 o'clock showing of Happy Gilmore. And they're like, oh, yeah. We bottomed it in. There's like 8 people in the theater. The movie Get On, I think it was Get on the Bus, came out the same weekend. If you would have got... You probably had to wait to get tickets in the Cincinnati theater for that one. But if you went to the Western Hills Theater, you could have sat there by yourself.
Yeah.
It was just different groups of people going to these theaters.
Yeah. I watched Rocky a lot, too, when I was young. I mean, that's kind of where that came from, but...
Did you watch the Rocky 4 clip I shared on our...
we put it on our Facebook page.
Did you? Okay.
I did. I did enjoy the Rocky 4 set to Mike Tyson's Punch-Out music. That was enjoyable. So there you go, AI BlakeBot. Actually, he had a second question. Whatever happened to intern Gary?
We don't talk about Gary.
We don't talk about Gary.
I think if you check our books, we never had an intern Gary.
No.
Completely unrelated. If you know anyone who would like to be an intern, just let us know.
Yeah.
Next up from Not Hardly You ABBA at Hardly You. They say, what is the logic of Sony having the new Kraven movie being rated R? It's already an uphill battle for the film, so why limit the audience?
This shocks me that's rated R.
My thought is they're trying to compete with the Deadpool crowd.
Yes.
They want people who like Deadpool. And I think they feel that Kraven isn't going to appeal to the mass.
The children.
I mean, most of the children don't even know what Kraven is. So they think if they, gritty it up and go for the R rating, I think they think they might be able to appeal to an older crowd who might remember Kraven from the comics.
Good news is Sony has not given up on Kraven yet, even though today they announced that the Sony Spider-Man extended universe, like Madam Web and all that, is dead. This is the last film of the extended universe. I was like, well, way to put that before the last film.
Now, does that mean they're just going to let...
They don't know what the future holds, they said.
We kind of knew this was coming, though.
Well, they ended Venom for a reason.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, what they what the hell was the name of that one terrible vampire one?
Morbius.
Morbius. I was about to say Mephisto, but no, Morbius.
Yeah.
I mean, Morbius.
I didn't hate Morbius.
It just isn't successful.
No, it wasn't.
Like, anything that's not Spider-Man for Sony has not been successful.
Well, the rumor is that they've been trying. They're ending Venom because I think I talked about this a couple weeks ago. They're going to do an Agent Venom where he's a military guy, based on the comic books and that. I think it's Flash Thompson actually gets the Venom. He may not get it in the movies, but in the books, it was Flash Thompson gets it, and he's a soldier and all that stuff.
Oh, so they're going to bring Joe Manganiello back?
They could. But again,
does he take his shirt off?
That's pretty requisite.
I mean,
yeah. Does he take a job where he can't take his shirt off?
Okay, what else we got here?
wrapping it up from Professor Number One at Dr. Number One, he says, would Andrew be willing to trade Zach for Blake?
I don't think so.
I don't wish that upon Andrew.
I think Zach's ability to show up is much better than Blake's.
Yeah.
Blown away by your ability to show up.
I kind of wish I was here last week to see Zach's face when Brian brought up the comment of just leave it at the merch booth.
Well, and the funny part is, after last week's episode, Andrew did tell me that Zach was like, do they all go that long? And he's like, no, we just kept talking last week. Last week was a anomaly of 2.5 hours. That's rare.
They normally go to around 2, though.
Yeah, it's a little less.
We'd go for 2.5 hours if Jason didn't kick us out all the time.
That's true. And his son also said, so that was a little odd. I was just waiting to talk. It's like, well, that's a podcast.
Yeah, you just jump in.
Jump in, yeah.
So he enjoyed it.
You
but
wait till Brian's talking, and then you interrupt. That's how I learned to do it.
So anyways, Joe, I saw episode 2. Jeff, can you give me some news of the geek?
Let me see. I'll hit a button here and see what it says.
Okay. Yeah, hit the button over there.
Hi, I'm Brad.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Per Newsweek, where Jeff gets all of his news
None
from.
of my news from Newsweek.
Influencer Haley Welch, known as Hawktua Girl, has launched her own cryptocurrency, but admitted she previously thought it was just, quote, an easy way for you to lose money.
That's what it is.
Welch, who went viral after she filmed a YouTube... Yeah, we all know that. The viral sensation has since transformed her newfound fame into a successful merchandise line. Who the fuck buys Hawktua merchandise?
Lots and lots and lots of people.
More power to her if she was able to get people to pay money for it.
I don't have an issue with her making money off of it. I'm just shocked that she is.
Yeah, I don't have a problem for her cashing in on her 15 minutes of fame because you have to do that. I just think it's weird that people buy that stuff. But
she also has a podcast which featured notable guests like entrepreneur Mark Cuban. Welch told Fortune that her meme coin named Hawk is, quote, not just a cash grab.
Not just a cash grab. It is mostly a cash grab, but not just a cash grab.
A meme coin is a type of cryptocurrency inspired by internet memes or jokes. These coins are often gained popularity due to social media trends, celebrity endorsements, or the humor associated with their branding rather than any intrinsic utility or technical innovation. Welch said she changed her mind after they backed up a dump truck of money to her after attending conferences. When asked about the appeal of the currency, she called it's a really good thing and said it was a good way to interact with my fans. What? However, she admits she was not aware of any specific perks for holders of her meme coin. Her manager mentioned plans to foster, quote, more fan engagement around it, though no details were provided. Welch, who described her new venture as Hawkonomics.
Oh, perfect. Why wouldn't you use that term? It writes itself.
Watched the coin initially skyrocket to a $500 million valuation, and then it plummeted to under $60 million in a span of 20 minutes. So more than 15 minutes. That's good. The massive drop of almost 88% in the Hawk token has reignited the discussion of the high volatility of meme coins.
Volatility?
What the hell is buying meme coins?
Some crypto users believe the token was initially built for rug pulling, a cryptocurrency scam in which developers withdraw liquidity. Thank you. Or suddenly abandon a project, resulting in the token's price plummeting. According to content generated by the community on X, the Hawk token supply was allegedly, quote, sniped shortly after launch. This basically refers to instances where early investors or bots snatch up large amounts of tokens, leaving the broader community with less access and exposing them to risks. These are often warning signs of the health of the project, as it shows few people own the token. However, not all holders have sold their Hawks, as posted by user Zeus LFG. Oh, you're cool. Reflecting a strong optimism for the token. Why? Her manager, Hawktua's manager, Joni Forrester, clarified that the Hawk token is distinct from other celebrity crypto ventures, as they are not encouraging people to purchase it. Instead, they plan to distribute free tokens to social media followers and fans who have purchased her merchandise. Forrester mentioned that Welch will own 10% of the supply, but she will be unable to sell any of it for a year when it's down to $5.
Yeah, I know I saw people complaining online about, she's ripping them off, she's selling off.
She should go to jail.
And she should go to jail. And it's like, okay, one, I'm assuming the person who really posted that thing saying they lost their life savings.
It has to be a joke.
Is just a troll.
Yeah. Has to be.
But
stirring up more clicks.
Yeah.
And engagement.
Well, people did lose a shit ton of money on the meme coin stuff that the
is that doggy coin?
No, the dickhead brothers Pauls did.
Yeah.
And they think that's one of the reasons why Jake Paul is no longer an influencer. He is now a professional boxer only.
Just to let you know, Jake and Logan Paul are both up.
Hey, it's 9/29.
Are both up for Pittsburghian of the Year this year for the worst.
Can one win it and not the other?
Nope,
or
they're two combined because they're both douchebags. So,
I will say that the Hawk coin had a negative influence on our Hobie coin.
Shit.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Hawk Tua girl, or the people who made her coin.
Yeah. I'm hoping with the floppies coming up, we'll bounce back and get back to where we were.
We need another 2023 floppies.
Yeah.
Where we get a lot of boost.
We need to.
Big bump from good pods.
Just to let you guys know real quick here, speaking of the Kit Kats earlier, like this one.
Yep.
Some of the Japanese ones that are out there is vanilla ice cream.
That sounds good.
Apple cinnamon.
That sounds very good.
The one we just tried. Cookies and cream.
Ooh.
Maple.
Ooh.
Strawberry cheesecake.
Oh.
We've had that one.
I think we
have had that one.
Custard pie.
I would eat the shit out of that one.
Cheesecake. Just regular cheesecake.
Yes.
We had the strawberry one. Pudding flavor.
Yep.
Pudding.
And peach parfait.
Mm-hmm.
And lemon.
I get it now. The picture on the front of the thing, it to me looks like spaghetti with a meatball. I guess that's one of the nuts that it's actually.
Oh,
that's a nut, not a meatball. I was wondering why a spaghetti and meatball.
Look like spaghetti.
I was wondering why meatball was on a stack of pancakes.
Also, they have apple pie.
Yes.
So yeah,
any and all of those.
I'm going to eat some of these snowman peeps.
Yeah.
And not make Brian eat any if he doesn't want any. Because
where's the fun in that?
Yeah, I'm here and we're doing it. So.
Where's the fun in not forcing someone to eat something they don't like?
I'll put it here. If he wants one, he can take it. If not, he can pass it.
I appreciate that, but we're kind of pretty deep into this whole thing with the
Is there
peeps,
one in there for Blake next week?
One what?
Kit Kat.
There's a dozen Kit Kats.
Oh, is there? I didn't know how many were in that package. Let's see. Per BBC and Daily Mail, man who fell from a 630-foot tall bridge in Spain while creating social media content died from head injuries. Louis Stevenson fell from Castilla-La Mancha Bridge outside of the city of Talavera de la Reina. Close.
Not awful. Not right, but not awful.
Thank you.
Castilla-La Mancha Bridge in the city of Talavera de la Reina.
Let's see here. His body was identified by his mother, Kelia Stevenson, who previously paid tribute to him, saying how proud she was of him. Quote, he was a thrill seeker who loved to travel and have new experiences. Statement from Macarena Munez, a counselor on Talavera's council, said Mr. Stevenson, a 24-year-old man who was with him when he fell to his death, had come there to climb the bridge and create content for social networks. She described it as an unfortunate and sad outcome. The area is totally prohibited to climb the bridge. Described it as something which, quote, we have reiterated on many occasions and cannot be done under any circumstances. They were climbing the structure without a harness for an Instagram video. His girlfriend, Savannah Parker, last spoke to him hours before his death. She told Mail Online that, quote, we spoke at 11:30, and the last thing he said to me was, good night, I love you. He messaged me at 5:30 to say good morning with 3 kisses. I didn't see it until 7:45, and they think he fell to his death around 7:15 a.m. The dangerous practice of climbing buildings and structures without safety equipment is known as free solo climbing or buildering.
That they created a term buildering.
What the fuck?
Because people are idiots and want to fall from high.
Their popular videos are popular on social media, where they draw huge amounts of criticism. His girlfriend defended him, refuting claims he slipped. He didn't just fall. He lost consciousness because he wasn't feeling well. He told his friend that he wasn't feeling well, and he said, "Shall we go back down?" He said, "Give me a minute," and that's when he lost consciousness and slipped. She added that he had been carrying out stunts like the bridge climb for years. Every time he went away, I would tell him to be careful. As much as it worries me, I don't look into things because I worry. I don't look into things because I worry enough as it is. I just let him do his thing, and generally he just comes back. This weekend he didn't. Well, generally, yes, he usually does. Following the British man's death, the local councillors looking to make access to the bridge even more difficult. How? Stop it.
They're going to put a big fence that these guys can climb over easily because they can scale buildings.
They're going to put a lion in the perimeter.
You know, after a certain point, like, fucking I can't do it anymore. And installing CCTV cameras to boost security. Fucking
Yep, there he is climbing it.
yeah, what are you going to do?
The one thing I will say, when you first see the headline that it's like influencer falls from bridge, and then it's like, I wouldn't really call him an influencer. I'd call him a daredevil that used social media.
Yeah.
It's like, there are people who were doing barrel rolls out of the Niagara Falls hundreds of years before social media existed.
Correct.
I mean, there are people who did tightrope walks across the buildings. I mean, this guy, I think, he would have been doing this shit whether he had a camera or not.
Okay.
If anything, the social media part of it only pushes these kind of people to do more dangerous things.
Yeah, that is true.
It gives them an outlet to show more idiots what to do.
Well, it was a couple of years ago when the guy was trying to do pull-ups on the side of the building, and he lost grip. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, what the fuck, man?
Just for some reason, it just felt different than most people who die doing stupid things or whatever. It's like he was doing stupid things regardless. He just had his camera with him.
It wasn't like the guy last year that jumped on top of semi-trucks dancing and then got hit with an
overpass. Or the subway people trying to jump on top of the trains.
Or a rapper that tells his rivals, "Hey, this is where I'm at. Come get me." 10 minutes later.
Challenge accepted.
Or it wasn't like rich folks going into a submersible and being bolted in from the outside.
Yeah, I'm going to call people out on Facebook Live and tell them where I am, but lie.
And then send them after each other.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Brian, where were they bolted at? Submersible? Where was the bolted?
From the outside.
Oh, that seems logical.
Have they questioned the guy that actually tightened the bolts? I mean, you would think that he would be a prime suspect.
Well, you would think.
It was easy to get out of it after it imploded.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Actually, I think it was much more difficult once it imploded.
I mean, there were big holes in the...
There's my femur.
Yeah, but then they were all covered in the 5-gallon bucket of shit when it imploded. So it was like,
we've been in the submersible 10 minutes. Why are you shitting?
You got to establish a corner.
But I'm sure the person looking out the one window right by the bucket was the one who was actually covered in it.
Sir, I'm trying to look out the window. Hey, I got shit, man.
Why didn't we put the bucket under the window?
It's like Dumb and Dumber. It just exploded. Sir, I can't see out the window. Move.
He's just gripping the side of the bucket.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
I'm trying to navigate this thing. Get out of the window. The TV's not working.
Oh, great. Now he's throwing shit at us. What the hell?
My Mad Catz controller is on the fridge.
Did you blow on it?
Why did we install a rumble pack?
That doesn't sound good, does it?
I think we're going down.
Dad, this is the worst birthday gift ever.
This tragedy has brought us more stuff to talk about than anything else.
Next, we should do healthcare CEOs.
Even more than
Do you know what'd be a good idea?
No.
Let's cut our workforce so much that we have to use this AI program so we can deny 90% of the claims. Incorrectly. So,
was Megan Fox in charge?
No one will ever care about that.
So on the positive,
there's a positive.
Burger King would never.
The Worsley Award might become the Submersible Award someday. It might get changed.
So they won last year, right? That was last year?
Yeah, that was last year they won.
Okay, so they're not eligible this year.
No.
Maybe.
They did give us good content this year, too.
It is a ridiculously bad idea.
I'm thinking that's why last year's Worsley Awards were in the top 10 of all of our episodes.
Hey, Captain, should we give the whales socket sets? No, they're fine. They're fine. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. What about the octopuses? Nah. Don't worry about that. I will say that the submersible is Hobie's Jelly of the Month Club. I mean,
it's a gift that keeps on giving.
Comes back every month for joy.
Too bad they don't.
The great image. So you have like the octopus that can open the jar and climb in it and then close it?
Yeah.
I want to see it open the submersible
and get in.
That's why it blew up.
with the socket set.
And it can do all the bolts on the top because it has 8 arms. It just is going to town.
I think we discovered what really happened.
Somebody armed the octopus.
The fake news it doesn't want us to know.
Yeah. What doesn't the deep state want us to know?
Octopuses with socket wrenches.
Good times.
Actually,
octopi with socket wrenches.
They did not die in vain.
Here's where they went wrong. They put 9 bolts on the outside.
Oh, the octopus going to get the last. Yep.
9.
Yep. They did not die in vain because they just live on in our memories. I feel bad.
I don't think you really do.
I feel.
No. I feel.
Funny.
You feel schadenfreude.
Yes. Schadenfreude? Read Conan O'Brien. No, sorry. Little girl. No, anyways, moving on. What do we got for box office news and domestic reports?
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
Oh, let's see. The bombs. Not much bombs.
No. This first one here, number 1, Jason wants to see.
Jason does
I think I want to see all four of the top 5.
At number 1, Moana 2 made another $52 million, a total of $300 million on a budget of $150 million.
I think it's a hit.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Just because it made double its money back domestically.
It's fine.
Coming in at number 2, Wicked made another $35 million, a total of $320.5 million on a $150 million budget.
I think it might be a hit.
I think it's popular enough that they might make a sequel to it.
Maybe.
Gladiator 2 made another $12.5 million, a total of $133 million on a $250 million budget.
Might not be a hit.
Worldwide it is.
I'm looking at this $250 million budget where Wicked had much smaller budget, and $150 million is not a small budget.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, a lot of their budget was the cat. Well, the kingdom. Yeah, Denzel Washington,
and filling the
Coliseum with water.
Yeah, water's not cheap.
And Wicked, from what I understand, the big scene of the city with all the flowers and whatnot, that they actually brought in flowers into what they filmed in Iceland. They brought in all those colorful poppy fields or whatever and actually set them up realistically. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of money. Mm-hmm. I figured you would just CGI that shit.
I'd say at least $200.
Probably about $400.
Yeah, it is inflation.
Coming in at number 4, Red 1 made $7 million, a total of $86 million on a $230 million budget.
Might not be a hit.
What's it doing internationally?
It's like $200 million.
Let me look.
The international take of Red One is...
I'm almost there. Hang on.
Almost there.
Let's see. Gross worldwide, 165.082 million.
Still 65 million short.
Ouch. And $100 million marketing.
According to IMDb, the budget for Red One was $350 million.
Oh!
That's with the marketing.
Yeah, it's got to be with marketing.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Well, you see, The Rock saw Oppenheimer, and he's like, man, what could I do with Red One on this?
To be fair, they had to... You know how many bottles of water they had to buy?
Just so he could pee in the bottles?
That's true.
Yeah.
They didn't have to buy the water, just the bottles.
Well, he was dumping the water out.
Oh, okay.
They filmed it in North Pole, too. That's not cheap.
Actually, Triple H was there just drinking the water and then spitting it out. So he could...
Pee! How about that bottle?
Oh, so nasty. And coming in at number 5, Pushpa, The Rule, Part 2.
I didn't even see part 1.
Made $4.9 million, a total of $9.3 million on a $10 million budget.
I'm going to be so lost.
I mean, it seems like it might be a hit.
Could be.
Well, it's going to make its money. Quit doing that!
It's like a percussion.
It's just humming in my headphones. Now everyone can
Flames
hear
on
that.
the side of my face.
I also watched Clue a lot when I was a child.
I did too.
Would you stop that?
No.
Make a long story short.
Too late.
You all arrive one by one.
And that's the top 5.
What's upcoming this week, Jim?
We have I Am the Immaculate Conception.
Yes, I am.
Experts analyze the significance of Mary's self-introduction as the Immaculate Conception, shedding light on her extraordinary role in divine salvation through reenactments of key moments like the wedding at Cana.
Oh, it's not even a documentary? Oh, jeez. Man.
I'm assuming they're getting the Immaculate Conception correct in that movie.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you said Immaculate Reception.
Oh, like the wedding at Cana.
That was the football game.
That. Oh, I tend to forget about that.
Well,
They were Pittsburghians.
well, I know, but
What else, Jim?
We have Craven the Hunter. Craven's complex relationship with his ruthless father, Nikolai Kravenov, starts him down a path of vengeance with brutal consequences, motivating him to become not only the greatest hunter in the world, but also one of its most feared.
who is in this again?
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah.
Who's in 28 Years Later? The trailer just came out for that, too.
Aaron Tyler Johnson's in it?
Yeah. Looks really good.
James Bond.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe is in this.
Ah, yes.
Really?
Yeah, he plays his father.
Plays
Oh,
the
okay.
dad. Yeah.
I mean, both of these guys have already played other Marvel characters.
Yep.
Who did Russell Crowe play? Oh.
Zeus.
Yeah, that's right. What else?
Next, we have September 5.
September 5 is alive.
During the 1972 Summer Olympics in Munich, Germany and American sports broadcasting team must adapt to live coverage of the Israeli athletes being held hostage by a terrorist group.
Gotcha.
Is that a documentary or is it an actual
movie?
Okay.
Peter
be
Sarsgaard, John Magaro, Ben Chaplin.
Interesting.
So I guess it's from the news people's point of view.
That's a different take because they've done that type of film many times, so that could be interesting.
Yeah, the what was the movie with
Ben Affleck's. Did he direct one?
No, I was.
Oh, no.
Talking about Munich?
That was Argo.
Yeah.
Munich with
Eric
Bana.
Bana. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was actually really
That
really
was
good.
phenomenal.
That was a good movie.
I might try to watch that tonight, actually.
Very uplifting.
Yeah,
Most Olympic movies are.
Yeah.
Eddie the Eagle, very uplifting.
Miracle.
Next, we have Trap City.
Sequel to Trap already?
I guess so.
God, M. Night.
Rapper caught in drug trade becomes overnight sensation with a viral hit song. Facing prison, he must choose between his rising fame and testifying against a dangerous criminal.
Fame.
Is this called The Story of Snow? Informa.
It's Brandon T. Jackson, Clifton Powell, Erica Pinkett. Yep. And then the last movie coming out this week, Andrew will be really excited for this one.
Craven 2.
No.
Oh.
The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim.
Animated.
A sudden attack by Wolf, a clever and ruthless Dunlending lord seeking vengeance for the death of his father, forces Helm Hammerhand, the king of Rohan, and his people to make a daring last stand in the ancient stronghold of the Hornburg.
Do you think this does well?
I think it does well enough.
You think?
I think it does, yeah.
They're having high. The studio has high hopes for this one.
High hopes.
And I saw the animation, and I get the animation, but it's like I worry that I don't know if this is. I wonder if this is going to be a bomb.
Better than the animation of those ones from the 70s that Blake loves.
Oh, jeez.
The animation is better. But it's
just a very unique look to it.
You have Brian Cox.
Yeah.
Voices Helm.
And McDonald.
Miranda Otto comes back as Éowyn.
Oh, nice.
Luca Pasqualini as Wolf. If there's any other. Sean Dooley, Ben Wainwright. Yeah.
Speaking of voice work, the guy that plays the bear in the Bear, or the guy the lead of in the TV
Jeremy
show,
Allen White.
Yeah, he got cast this week as the voice of Jabba the Hutt's son in The Mandalorian and Grogu, and people were going nuts, like, "Oh my gosh!" It's like this guy's going to have like 6 lines. Like, calm down, people. Like,
he's currently filming the Springsteen. He's playing Springsteen in the biopic.
Yeah,
is it called Glory Days? Because that should be a biopic for Springsteen. You call it Glory Days, right?
I would think so.
I mean, I'll look and see. I don't know the actual title of the film.
Well, I mean, that just writes itself.
Well, other actors doing voices in Lord of the Rings. You have Billy Boyd doing Shank and Dominic Monaghan doing Rot.
Oh,
are they hobbits?
I'm not sure. I don't know the characters.
It's called Deliver Me from Nowhere.
Oh, Glory Days is better.
It's about his 1982 album Nebraska.
Oh, specifically one.
It's specifically about, yes.
Not a full...
Oh, because Glory Days was not Nebraska.
Exactly.
So it wouldn't be called Glory Days.
It would be called Deliver Me from Nowhere.
Yeah.
Or Nebraska, but there's already been a film called Nebraska.
Yeah, there is a film called Nebraska. Mm-hmm. Oscar-winning film.
Oscar-winning film.
So would you want to see that movie, or would you want to see the new one coming out in
Bob Dylan
biopic?
Timothy Chalamet, who I didn't see, but got rave reviews for his performance on College Game Day.
Yes.
He picked Ohio to beat Miami,
and that's the real reason why Blake's not here.
Did Ohio beat Miami?
Miami University.
It was like 35-3. Yeah. Ohio kicked the shit out of Miami.
He's the only
to be
one
the
on the
MAC
whole
champion.
Yeah.
So does that mean they get to go to the playoffs?
Yes.
They are bowl eligible.
A bowl?
No, we want playoffs.
Bowl eligible just means you win more than 50% of your games.
No, you just got to win 6 games. Yeah, you just got to win 6
Well,
games.
okay, it used to be that. Then they
now
lowered
it's 500,
it.
Yeah.
You had to at least be over 500.
Yeah. And now even some teams that are 5 and 7 can get in. Yeah.
No, they did not make the playoffs.
They don't get an automatic bid to the playoffs?
Boise State snuck in and stole their...
That's ridiculous. Ohio should have been there.
The group of 5 spot.
Vanderbilt should have been there.
Oh, they knocked Alabama out.
Did. Vanderbilt actually had a decent year this year.
Yeah, they're bowl eligible.
Yeah. We got some top 5 music up there for me, Jeff?
I hope this button is for top 5 music. It was loud, too.
It was the right button, though.
Boy, oh boy, weren't they great. That's the Lobotomized Monkey, and now, the top 5.
Pop Culture Cafe podcast does get a honorary floppy for sending that in this year.
Woo!
So, good job, guys.
They get one of the big gold floppies.
Yes. It's tough to ship. It's 12 feet long.
A lifetime achievement floppy?
Yeah. Yep. We don't just hand them out to anybody.
We kind of do, but...
Well, see, The thing is, it's not a competitive floppy, so if someone's trying to win the FEGOT, where you win a floppy and Emmy, it doesn't count officially because it's not a competitive one. Like Streisand never won a competitive. I can't remember which one of them.
Emmy, Grammy,
one of them,
Oscar.
I mean, Streisand won one because they gave her one, Tony. But she didn't win a competitive category. So
Kramer won a Tony.
Well, he took one.
He got to keep it.
Also, the Submersibles got a lifetime floppy just for the humor that they brought us. Let's see here. From Jason S. He sent us in top 5 favorite one-on-one fight scenes in movies.
Oh, I did angry songs.
Oh, well, okay. But thank you for sending this in. If you have one that you want to send in to us, we'll do is just send it to at Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter or hobiepod@gmail.com or let us know on Facebook at History of Bad Ideas. Brian, go ahead. Number 5 for you.
All right. I will go number 5. I'm going to Hobie this one. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with Dom and Hobbs first fight in Fast 5. Mm-hmm. And then Hobbs versus Shaw and Hobbs and Shaw when they those 2 fight scenes.
That's Statham and
Statham and The Rock. And The Rock and Vin Diesel.
Gotcha.
The one in the Fast 5 one is I like that one a little bit more than Hobbs and Shaw because they've been building to that fight and you're anticipating it and then it happens and it's pretty badass.
Okay. Jim, number 5?
Number 5, I am going to go with from Borat. Borat and the other guy naked fight.
Oh, the naked fight running through the hotel.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about that.
In the elevator when they just kind of stop.
My number 5 is from Kill Bill. The Bride versus Gogo Yubari, who is the girl with the mace.
Yep.
That was one of my favorite. Just she's badass in it. After she kills the crazy 88s, with them just laying on the ground, she's and then I like that even better than when she faces Orion.
Well, we might talk about that next.
Sorry.
So let's.
Okay, number 5 for you. Sorry.
Number 5 for me is Kill Bill when the bride takes on Oran Ishii.
I love that fight, but I like the Go-Go one better.
Well,
but yeah,
the Go-Go one though, isn't that in the middle of the?
It's towards the end of
the
Crazy 88
Crazy
fight.
88,
yes.
So
yes.
Yeah, well, that individual matchup was spectacular. I liked the whole you had the chaos of the Crazy 88, and then you go up to the serene,
the snow
and whatnot, and
great film.
So I picked specifically from Kill Bill the Oran
good one
Ishii bride fight.
That's an honorable mention for me.
Is it? Put it on the board. Number 4?
Number 4 for me is Vader versus Skywalker in The Empire Strikes Back.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
That was, accumulating with Brian, cover your ears. No, I am your father.
But Vader had the high ground.
He did.
Have the high ground, Anakin. Well, fine. Number 4 for me is Anakin versus Obi-Wan, Revenge of the Sith. I have the high ground. I actually, as bad as the CGI looks like, I fucking hate the CGI in those films.
Yeah.
But I love that fight. That was probably the highlight of the whole trilogy, the beginning trilogy for me.
Oh, I would have to disagree.
I like that fight.
That fight drove me crazy because the CGI of them jumping across over the lava river, jumping on the things, looked so bad.
Oh, I agree. It does not. CGI in it is horrible, but I love the fight.
Well, that's part of the fight, is the choreography.
Well, you're wrong, Jeff. Number 4, Jim?
I hope it number 4.
Okay.
This is from Rocky 3 and Rocky 4. From Rocky 3, it's Clubber Lang versus Mickey.
Oh, too soon.
Ow. And number 4 is Apollo Creed versus
Drago.
Ivan Dragoff.
Dragoff.
That was a top 10 episode that we had.
Wow. Wow, that hurt.
Throw the damn towel!
Throw the damn towel!
Throw the damn towel!
Wow.
Wait, did anything bad happen at the end of those fights?
If only he had better health care. Number 4 for you, Brian.
Huh. All right.
That guy just ruined Brian's night.
Let's see here. Number 4, I am going to go with The Punisher versus the Russian. And The Punisher.
Good. Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash, yeah. Yeah.
I'm just glad Ben Foster didn't rat him out when he pulled out all his...
When they were torturing him, pulling out all
his... this boiling water in his face. And that was good.
I think my favorite part of that is like the one part in the fight where he has weapons stashed and he like dives for the gun and he has the dumbbell and he just smashes it and like bends the gun in half. That's the funniest thing to me, but that whole fight was really good.
That was a good one.
Number 3?
We're going like
we're
we always
snake drafting. Yeah.
Number 3, I'm going to go with the original Karate Kid, Johnny and Danny.
Okay. That is an honorable mention.
Yep.
Number 3 for you?
Well, that's not one, but I'll go with the Karate Teen. It's this Saturday Night Live skit where the Johnny Lawrence character was played by John Cena. And the Daniel LaRusso character was there, and his coach was telling him, holds up a penny, and he's like, so he pulls his blindfold down, and Cena kicks him through 5 walls. He kicks him out of his pants. So if you look up the Saturday Night Live Karate Teen skit, I'll find that for you. My number 3, I will go with... I can't read my writing here. I'll go with King Arthur versus the Black Knight.
Oh, I forgot that one.
That's a good one. Man, I forgot that too.
Your arm's off. No, it's not.
Just a flesh wound. None shall pass.
You're going to bite my knees?
You're going to bleed on me? I am invincible. You're a loony.
My number 3 is Roddy Piper versus Keith David in They Live. Put the glasses on.
I assumed that was going to be on someone's list.
Oh, yeah, it's so great. Why don't you just put the glasses on?
I mean, it's nowhere near as good as the cripple fight from South Park.
Number 3 for you.
Where'd my number 3 go? That's the one I added. Number 3 for me is Happy Gilmore versus Bob Barker.
That's an honorable mention for me.
Happy Gilmore. I'd forgotten about that one until we mentioned...
The price is wrong, bitch.
Had enough? Now you have.
Now you have.
Number 2?
Number 2 for me is Jet Li versus Donnie Yen in Hero.
It's a good movie.
Nameless versus... Oh, God, I forgot the other character's name. Damn it. Donnie Yen's character.
You're a big fan of that one, aren't you?
I love that movie, as people who listen.
Not the Dustin Hoffman one.
Not the Dustin Hoffman Hero.
Because Dustin Hoffman versus Gina Davis was a great fight scene.
I missed it.
She shot him with an arrow. On the plane. My number 2 for me, where is it there? I have Captain America versus the Winter Soldier. When you first see the Winter Soldier, he captures the shield. Yeah. Love that. So that's my number 2. Jim?
My number 2, I'm going to go with the Kingsmen when you have Eggsy versus Gazelle.
Yeah.
The woman with the
scissor legs.
Scissor leg, yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's a badass character.
Yeah.
Number 2?
Number 2 for me, I'm going to go with Batman versus Bane in The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, that's a good one.
When Bane just kicks the shit out of him.
Yep, because I didn't personally see that coming.
Mm-hmm.
I was a bit surprised that he got
his
Bane,
back.
decimated him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty epic.
Number 1?
Number 1 for me, I am going to go with Rocky versus Apollo and Rocky 2.
Okay.
You like the Rocky 2 fight better than the Rocky 1 fight, huh?
I mean, the one fight...
Unless that's going to be your number 1.
That was number 1.
Oh, that was number 1.
That was my number 1. No, I mean, I just think the second one was better.
Because Rocky 1 versus...
It's a happier ending.
Yeah, and I mean... Yeah.
Rocky got the belt after that one.
That's right.
Number 1?
Number 1 for me, I'm going to go with Doug Glatt versus Ross Ray. from the movie Goon.
Oh,
God. Who's the guy?
Sean William Scott.
That's who it is.
Sean William Scott versus
That's it. Liev Schreiber.
yeah.
oh, okay.
I was about to say Sabretooth.
My number one is from Princess Bride. Wesley versus Inigo Montoya.
Inigo?
Inigo. That's what I said.
No.
You didn't.
Oh.
You had an R in there somewhere.
Inigo Montoya.
Or the Man in Black versus Inigo
yes,
Montoya.
it is the Man in Black.
Because we don't know it's Wesley yet.
That's
We did
true.
not. And I just like...
Maybe because of Dread Pirate Roberts, we assume that's who he is.
Hey, Jim, I'm not left-handed. Neither am I.
Neither am I.
I just like that he does the twirl on the rope, and he lands, and you see the mat move underneath him.
He sticks the landing, and they just watches him do it,
Yes.
and then he does his own. And
Great movie. Killed my father. Can I just see your hand? Number one.
And speaking of just seeing your hand, I picked Ash versus his hand from Evil Dead 2.
It's a good one. Before we go to,
Honorable mentions?
yeah, we'll do some listener ones. You got the Facebook ones, Jeff?
I don't, but I can.
I have them right here.
Brian's up on me. Brian's
Okay.
ahead of me.
Let's see here. Sorry. A lot of people talking about the floppies. Pittsburgh Nerd. Pittsburgh Nerd podcast. He had Leroy versus Show Nuff. What's that from?
Show enough.
Sure enough.
And they call me Leroy, I think.
Okay. Indiana Jones versus Airplane Mechanic. Inigo Montoya versus Man in Black. Frank versus George from They Live. Hey. And Anakin versus Obi-Wan. Well done there, Sean. That's why we get along so well. Let's see here.
God, I would say the Count Dooku Yoda fight is better than
No,
the
Yoda bouncing around.
It's not a good one, but it's better than the one you picked. That's all I'm saying.
Jacoba. Celebrity Jacoba had Benny the Jet Rodriguez versus the Beast in Sandlot. Indiana Jones versus the Swordsman in Inigo Montoya versus the Rugen.
And Toy versus Rugen.
Yeah.
I want my father back, you son of a bitch.
The Chosen One versus Betty and Kung Pao. And John McClane versus Carl Vrosky in Die Hard. Vresky.
Carl.
Coral.
Let's see here. Jim, or somebody's got the Facebook ones?
The one on Facebook from Steve at
Everything I learned from movie.
ILFM. Number 5, Wesley versus Inigo and Princess Bride. Number 4, Roddy Piper versus Keith David and They Live. Number 3, this is a good one, the one-shot fight in Creed. Oh yeah, that's really good.
Creed is just a good movie.
Number 2, the final fight in Bloodsport. And number 1, which this was on my honorable mentions list, Maximus versus Tigris, who is also a friend of the podcast, Sven Ole Thorsen from Gladiator.
Doug actually had one too. There's only one. When Jason does his Megan impression, Jim beats the crap out of him.
If I had to do any of ours, it's when I threw you through a couch on vacation.
That's true. At least I didn't pay for that couch.
Yeah.
It was on my credit card. Honorable mentions, I had Freddy versus Jason Voorhees from Freddy versus Jason. After all these years, it was just kind of fun to see. And then I had Bob Barker versus Happy Gilmore.
It really wasn't much of a fight.
It was.
Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
I mean,
the kids eventually got involved, which was stupid.
but Freddy doesn't actually fight.
He went into his dreams. Go ahead. Anyone else?
It wasn't one-on-one, so I didn't put it on my list, but I think we have to talk about the fight from Crazy Stupid Love.
Oh, yes.
Kevin Bacon.
Yep.
Okay.
Ryan Gosling, Steve Carell.
Yep.
Yeah. They're like, they were all on their own side.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they were teaming up
No.
on or anything. Let's see. I had pretty much every match from the movie Best of the Best because it was a great movie. Except for the last one where the guy refuses to do the kick and then ends up losing as time expires. Oh, God, I just ruined the entire movie, didn't I?
Spoilers.
Damn it.
I will say from the movie Troy, when Achilles just kills the guy right out. They're like, instead of going to war, we'll put our 2 strongest warriors against each other. And he draws a sword and just shoves it in the guy's neck.
Yeah.
Well, first the guy threw 3 spears at him.
Well, yeah.
And then he ran up and stabbed him. And
that fight, though. That's
yeah.
The one where he actually tore his Achilles?
No.
Oh, yeah. That's a different fight.
The Hector Achilles fight.
Hector, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Brutal.
That's where Brad Pitt actually tore his Achilles
in the
while
movie.
Playing Achilles.
Yeah.
He wanted to film the fight scenes himself, do his own stunts.
And then I've got a couple of Rocky fights. Rocky versus Thunderlips.
Okay.
And
Don't say Tommy Gunn.
Rocky versus Tommy Gunn.
Yeah.
That was the only real fight in the entire movie. Everything else was just a little boxing match.
I'll be honest, probably
that was a back alley brawl.
And probably Rocky V was probably the best of all of them.
Second best.
What did I do to the 3 of you?
What? All I did was include 2 little fights in mine.
I don't know what's wrong with you. I mean, we were just having a conversation about Rocky.
I mean, that was a real fight. I mean, all these others were boxing matches being scored and judged. That was a fight.
Hey, touch me and I'll sue. Sue what? Anyone else?
Pretty much, I was going to put almost every fight from Bloodsport.
Okay.
Because, or Kickboxer, when he puts the all the stuff on the gloves.
Yep.
Or even better is Hot Shots Part 2, when he gets in the fight like that one, and he puts the hands in honey, and then in gummy bears.
Gummy bears. Gummy bears.
I shouldn't have said it.
Bad idea of the week, real quick, before we get to yours. Before we get to Mad Libs.
Well, I was going to maybe do some honorable mentions if I could.
Well,
you're
hurry
not
up,
allowed to do honorable mentions, Brian.
See, this
I
is the
was just
stage
waiting for everyone else to do theirs.
This is the part of the show where Jason wants to run us out of the house, so it's not. So it's under 2 hours.
Bad idea of the week, number 518.
Letting Brian finish his list.
There you go.
Just trying to finish the show. Let's see. I had
Rocky versus Tommy Gunn.
Neo versus Agent Smith from The Matrix.
Well, there are like 17 Agent Smiths.
Well, the main one. I don't know. Let's see. There aren't very many one-on-one fights in the John Wick movies, but in John Wick 3, the library scene where he ultimately kills the guy with a book because he doesn't have a weapon, where he's literally breaks his neck over the spine of the book, is a pretty good fight.
Constantine had some good fights in it.
You know, I haven't seen that all the way through, actually. And then I had William Thatcher versus Count Adamar.
Oh.
From Knight's Tale.
Mm-hmm. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
because that guy is in the guy that plays Count Adamar from that is in The Diplomat on Netflix, which I'm also watching. It just kind of popped into my head.
2 Degrees of Paul Bettany.
What does that have to do with anything?
Not the thing.
Because he was at the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Oh, because you talked to Paul Bettany and he talked to, was it Rufus Sewell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who it is.
Gotcha.
So we're 2 degrees from...
Wow. How about that?
Look at that.
Well, that's exciting.
Anything else?
What is the bad idea of the week?
518 was not letting you finish.
Oh, okay.
There you go. 612 is investing your money in Hawk Tua coin.
Just Hawk.
Yeah.
Or in any meme coin.
Hey.
Do we got
We're not a meme coin. We're a Hobie coin.
Fair enough.
We got a Mad Lib?
I think people were buying the Hawk coin thinking it was Hawk from Cobra Kai.
Oh. I was going to say Hawk from G.I. Joe.
I was going to say, yeah.
Or from the Road Warriors.
What a Road Warrior Hawk. Is he still alive?
One of them is.
I know one of them is.
He specifically asked you if Hawk was still
Actually, I think they're both dead.
No, one of them's still alive.
I'll find out.
Wasn't one of them Laurinaitis?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was his... it was...
The brother
of
James Laurinaitis, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Jeff, can I have a number, please?
8.5.
It's a number.
Jason, can I have a plural noun?
Penises.
I knew it was coming. Can't even wait for body part.
I didn't know if I was going to get the chance.
Well, you could have gotten. You probably would get another noun eventually.
You worry about yourself, okay? If you wanted that word, you should have taken it.
Jim, can I have a past tense verb?
They fucked.
Past tense verb. Nothing that Jason says I'm going to take.
Fucked.
So let's go with played.
They played you.
Jeff, can I have a type of liquid? Oh, thank God.
Man juice. Woman juice.
Squirt. The actual the soda, the grapefruit soda.
I will say Jolt Cola.
Jason, give me a noun, please.
Penis.
Let's reel it in, Jim, okay? Panties.
Vagina.
Panties. Panties.
Panty.
Panty.
You didn't ask for plural now.
Yeah.
Panty.
Underwear.
Underwear.
G-string.
What am I writing down?
Thong
G-string.
for your guitar.
Be mature, Jim.
Jim, can I have an adjective, please?
Let's go. Bright. I was thinking fluorescent.
Yeah.
Jeff, can I have a color, please?
Lavender.
Ooh, I was going purple. I was sending you purple vibes. Okay. I like that.
Jason, can I have a plural noun?
Why is Jason getting all the nouns?
Podcasts.
Oh, I was 100% going to bet he was going to say nipples.
I'm mature, okay?
No, you're not.
Jim, can I have a silly word?
Nipples. It is a silly place. Camelot.
No, that's just a silly place, not a silly word.
Sorry.
A silly word. Bamboozle.
Ooh.
You've been bamboozled.
It's a great game.
It is.
Let's see here. Jeff, can I have an article of clothing, please?
Yes.
He's doing it on purpose.
He probably is. I'll say cummerbund.
It should come back.
They should. They should be in everyday wear, not just fancy dress.
Like a cane. Like with a cane.
That and bolo ties.
Bowling hat.
Cummerbunds and bolo ties.
Okay. What you got, Brian?
Jason, can I have a noun, please?
Vagina.
That's all he got was nouns, and one of them wasn't.
Jim, can I have an animal, please?
Welcome to Kitty City.
Sorry, Brian.
You want me to strangle him now, or wait?
That's okay.
An animal, I'll go
Painted
with
dog.
Coyote.
Ooh.
Hyena. Jackal.
A band?
Yes.
I'm a lumberjacker, baby.
Jeff, can I have a color, please?
Another color. Burnt umber.
I was going green.
Burnt.
We didn't connect on that one.
Umber?
If you prefer, I go raw,
No.
but I like burnt umber.
Reminds me of it was like a Far Side skit where the woman's sitting there and there's like a guy and she's trying to hit on her. And she's like, well, once you go burnt umber, you never go back. And there's a big crayon.
Jason, can I have a verb, please?
A verb. Osmosis.
Is a noun.
Yep.
Isn't it? Is it? Okay, so
I don't know how to verbize the noun.
Verbize.
photosynthesis?
Photosynthesize.
Yeah.
Photosynthesize.
Yeah, photosynthesize. There you go.
Osmosize.
Osmosizing?
Jim, can I have a plural noun, please?
Oh, he gets good ones.
I get all the nouns here.
Nipples.
I will go
Cookies.
ball. C is for cookies.
That's good enough for me.
Jeff, can I have an adjective, please?
Photorealistic.
Lots of photo words.
All right.
What is this category?
This is a DC supervillains.
Okay.
Okay, we got to put it. We're doing some DC talk here to put us on the good pod.
Yep.
This Mad Lib is titled "Evil to the Core."
Evil to the core.
It's a good Cobra Commander on there.
It wasn't trying to be.
Just take the win.
Yeah. Cobra Commander.
That's what I meant.
More than 8.5 or 8.5 years ago, Atrocitus.
Atrocities?
Atrocities.
I don't know.
Atrocitus.
Is this
Atrocitus?
capital A? Is this,
Yeah.
this is a proper name? I
Yes.
don't know.
Atrocitus.
Atrocitus.
I don't know who Atrocitus is.
All right,
Uh-oh.
8.5 years ago, Atrocitus was imprisoned by the penises of the universe after they played everything he'd ever loved. Upon breaking free, his Jolt Cola boiled with pure red rage, which he then used to create the Red G-String Corps.
Actually, it's a good villain group.
Once a bright member of the Green Lantern Corps, Sinestro now serves evil as the leader of the Lavender Podcasts. Hailing from the planet Bamboozle,
Bamboozle!
he harnesses the power of fear using a yellow cummerbund.
Oh, I like that.
There's only one.
Like a Care Bear stare.
There's only one orange vagina in existence, and it belongs to the coyote called Larfleeze,
Oh,
He does look like a coyote.
he does kind of.
also known as Agent Burnt Umber.
That works.
Close door.
Yeah.
Larfleeze can photosynthesize power of greed to create hard-like cookies of all the people he's killed
It kind of
And-
works.
Photosynthesize actually does kind of work.
Yeah.
and use them as his own photorealistic army.
I'm impressed. They look good.
That seems pretty good. Good job. I like that one. Do we need more Mad Libs? Are we running low?
I mean, we're not running low, but
We can always use more.
Okay.
I do have some.
We're recycling between the four we have here.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't done a
Star Wars.
Well, I think there's a Clue one in there too, but I don't know where it went.
Okay.
I didn't see it. It might have fell under. We haven't done D&D or Clue in a while, so
Star Wars.
There's D&D.
That's
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Clue might have fell underneath something. But yeah, I mean,
Clue's not in the
It's
box.
down here.
Oh, there
What's
it
going
is.
on that side for?
I don't know.
So we got the 5 different books.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got a handful in my Amazon cart currently.
Ooh.
Titles for the show. I had, well, that's interesting. Just Take the Win. Stop Visiting the Poconos. Started off watchable. Bribe Season. We Can't Give Everyone a Skillet. That's it.
I had Jason wanted to watch it. He seems like a regular person. Who knew the sex robot would have sex?
Plot twist.
Octopi with socket wrenches, cummerbunds and bolo ties, and lavender podcasts.
Cummerbunds and polo ties.
I mean, honestly, the Lavender podcast would get us the Taylor Swift group. Yeah,
That's what we're going for. Get some listeners.
the
in.
Swifty bump.
It would be cool if I knew what that meant. But
It's a song or something, Lavender, that she did. Or I don't know.
I've got He's the Reason for the Season. The Wheels Aren't Even Turning. It's Bribe Season.
Yeah.
He is Hobie famous. I've got octopuses with socket wrenches because I'm going to use the proper
Oh.
plural. And the right button.
Let's see here. My parents gave up on me. I would eat the shit out of pudding.
Eat the shit out of pudding.
9 bolts.
9 bolts.
Hooked on phonics didn't work for Jason.
We've had that one before.
It's Q4, no skillets. And then I just wrote down ow.
Ow.
Oh, that was when you were given your Rocky list, and I was like, ow, it hurt.
Was that one that was going back?
You had a skillet one, Jim?
I didn't have skillet. Jason had skillet.
We can't give everyone a skillet.
Yeah, mine was it's Q4, no skillets.
I did like the 9 bolts.
What
was the one before the 9 bolts?
My parents gave up on me.
I did like that one too.
Or I would eat the shit out of pudding.
Nope. What does everybody like?
I'd eat the shit out of pudding.
Besides that one.
Can't use bad language in our titles.
What do you guys got?
I
Octopuses and socket wrenches, 9 bolts.
I like the 9 bolts.
I like we can't give everyone a skillet, and the one you had.
The code.
It's Q4.
It's Q for no skillets.
Hooked on phonics didn't work for Jason.
No.
My parents gave up on me.
Yeah, my parents gave up on me.
I also like the wheels are not turning.
I like the parents gave up on me. My parents gave up on me. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yes, my parents gave up on me.
Is that okay?
Well, they did.
Yes.
And this is the
result.
Yes,
Yeah.
This is the result.
Yes.
So thanks everybody for listening.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mr. and Mrs. Berger, for giving up on Jason.
We'll be back next week.
I mean, you could have been a healthcare CEO.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. Not so bad, there's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are listening to a Hobie.